Yeah.
No, it wasn't me.
Actually, it was.
As mentioned earlier in the show, there's a brand spanking new episode of Sanctuary called Veritas. He speaks the truth tomorrow right here on Space. You can catch Will as he tries to defend Magnus from the heads of the Sanctuary Network after they accuse her of murder.
And be sure to check out Stargate ATLANTIS, which also happens to star Amanda Tapping, Friday on Space.
Also on Friday, a completely non-Amanda Tapping related show is the Stargate SG-1 episode, One False Step, that features the UAV crashing into a cactus-like plant on a planet inhabited by an unusual life form.
AJ, I'm pretty sure Amanda is in SG-1.
No, really?
That never gets old.
And to round out our look at what's on, we have InnerSpace Sanctuary, a behind-the-scenes look at how they make this hit series. You can catch it Sunday right here on the Amanda Tapping channel.
It's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Impressive.
You're on our station a lot. I looked at our schedule, and including tonight's edition of InnerSpace, just today, you are on Space for 7 hours if you add up all your shows.
Wow.
Not bad.
I actually contacted the programming department. I got a bunch of Excel spreadsheets. I did some number crunching, and I created in Photoshop a little Stargate pie chart here representing things that are featured in space shows.
Okay,
and,
there it is.
Very impressive.
Taking a look at the red portion, that shows that feature the Enterprise. The green portion is, of course, shows that feature triples.
Right.
The yellow portion is shows that represent Teddy and I, or Teddy and I are featured in, and the remaining blue is shows that feature Amanda Tapping. So,
I don't know if that's fair. We get less time than Tribbles, and you get basically the whole thing.
yeah, what does that make you feel like?
I think I should get a back-end deal on the
I don't know.
True.
Nice drawing, though. Your drawings usually suck.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
very
Stargate.
pretty. It's a good pie chart.
Thanks. Coming up, we've got more with Amanda Tapping. We'll talk about Sanctuary, her charity, Sanctuary for Kids, and her guest role on SGU.
They started shooting the minute they came out of hyperspace. Our shields are holding, but we're not the target.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. It's that time when we take a look at what's going on in the world of sci-fi entertainment and genre news. And with me in studio, as always, it's the abnormal Natasha Eloy.
You kind of have to be to work here, right?
You do. It's a requirement.
But how cool is it that Amanda's here?
It's awesome. She's a lot of fun.
Yes, and funny enough, she's in our news today as well.
Really?
For sci-fi icon Amanda Tapping, fact turns out to be stranger than fiction in this InnerSpace News exclusive. Apparently playing a scientist who protects and studies incredible and dangerous abnormals in no way prepared her for working with AJ and Teddy. Recently, in fact, only about a minute ago, she spoke about her time with the guys as a special guest on InnerSpace.
So I thought that having spent 100 plus years working with abnormals would prepare me for working with these guys, and I've never seen two more disturbed, reactionary, insane young men. I thought at first they were lovely, and then realized that they are on the dangerous side of abnormal. So I found a place for them in the sanctuary, in the shoe, lock down, protect the public from them from here on in, because I just don't think they're safe to walk the streets. But every once in a while, I'll go down to the shoe and have a drink with them because they're fun to party with.
I'm shocked.
No, what are you talking about? That's awesome. That's pretty bang on.
Oh, yeah, the description was accurate. I just didn't realize how badly my boxers clashed with that sword and shield.
Yeah, good
Black
point.
boxers next time.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, because after the break, Amanda Tapping's back with us to talk about directing Sanctuary, gives her thoughts on Stargate Universe, and she even signed some scripts for a contest. Busy lady.
First time I'd worked with this DP as a director and my camera guys, and I had a big cast. It was an amazing experience.
Hey everybody, welcome back to InnerSpace. Amanda Tapping sticking around despite the fact that before the break she kind of slighted Teddy and I, suggesting we were deviant abnormals who deserved to be in the shoe.
Not the
The most deviant abnormal.
But then again, she added that she would come down for a pint, which I appreciate.
I would come down and join you for a pint.
You wouldn't let us out, but you would come down.
No, the public has to be
Partying
protected.
in the shoe might be a little fun thing to do.
It could be fun. It could be fun. I got to mention as well, we've got 3 signed Sanctuary scripts, as you saw earlier. Amanda Tapping signed them, along with show co-creators Damian Kindler and Martin Wood. And you can go to spacecast.com to enter a contest to win one of the 3 scripts. And you better know your Sanctuary, because there's a skill testing question. So again, spacecast.com for your chance.
You know,
It's 42.
I was going to say the answer on most skill testing questions is 100.
Well, you've just given it away, guys.
Yeah, so
Wow.
just bet with 100.
New question.
Go with it.
Now, we actually talked a bit earlier on InnerSpace about your new charity, Sanctuary for Kids. How's it going these days?
It's going great. We actually had money in the bank before we even officially launched. I just came back from England where I raised close to $30,000 for the charity, and our online auction is happening now until the 22nd.
All right, amazing.
Yeah,
well,
it's going great.
Tomorrow night's episode of Sanctuary, of course, Veritas, the one that you directed, and we were on set a while back, and we spoke with you and the rest of the Sanctuary gang about the episode.
I don't remember what happened. I'm really proud of it. I think visually it's a really cool looking episode, but I also think it tells a really beautiful story.
You'll come quietly, please.
Another side of Magnus is revealed after she's accused of murder, and Will is charged with the task of clearing her name.
What's happening to me?
Amanda plays a hugely emotional role on screen while wearing the director's hat, and as Robin Dunn told us last week, it's the support of her colleagues that makes a difference.
No, definitely we were there making her laugh and you know, the usual fare, taking her pants off and stuff.
She did probably the best show that we did this year. On her own. Without help. And I went, that's crappy.
And I can't... Little rivalry. Just a little. You have to help me. Please.
Amanda was an amazing director, a bit of a tyrant, a bit of a screamer. You know, she beat me. I never saw any evidence of that.
Even if I'd helped, it would have felt better. But no, she has to go, and she directs 2 shows in her life, and her show is better than all other shows that I've directed.
Why are you treating me like a common criminal?
Well, okay. Most were supportive as she called the shots, but Amanda told us what it really all comes down to.
Martin Wood knows that it was under time and under budget because Martin Wood is generally over budget on all of his episodes, and somebody had to make up the difference. And I told him that every single day.
Okay, I have no idea what that means.
It's probably a better script than any of the ones that I had. And the crew was way easier on her than they are on me, okay? And she's a good director. And that's probably what it was, isn't it?
Well, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, she's amazing. She's like one of those people who could pick up like a ukulele and suddenly just start playing it.
It's the first time I've worked with this crew as a director. First time I've worked with this DP as a director and my camera guys, and I had a big cast. And it was an amazing experience.
We'll find her in the chute. Maximum security.
It looks like you have so much fun shooting
We do.
Sanctuary.
We do. It's awesome.
Did Robin get you laughing on set then?
Constantly, yeah. And of course, I got a massive case of the giggles when I was directing. And,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who wrangles the director then when the director's the one who can't keep it together?
Took myself out and punched myself in the throat.
You talk to yourself.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, stern talking too.
We also recently saw you on Stargate Universe, the premiere, reprising your role as Sam Carter. What was that like?
It was great. It's just great to go back there and to put on the uniform. And this was particularly touching because Sam is now in charge of the General Hammond, which is the new ship, and it was named after, of course, Don Davis's character. And Don had recently passed away, so it was very emotional, actually.
Yeah, it's a nice tribute. Now, what do you think of Stargate Universe in general? I mean, obviously, you were so involved with SG-1 and Atlantis, so what do you think of the show?
I think it's really cool. It is very different in look and feel and tone to SG-1 and Atlantis, but I think it's almost like they've reinvented the wheel. They've taken this great franchise and...
Yeah. Kind of surreal watching another Stargate.
I know, yeah.
Well, if you want to see Stargate Universe, you can here on Space tomorrow night at 10, following the episode of Sanctuary that Amanda directed. Of course, that airs at 9, and we'll be back at 11. Thank you very much for coming in, Amanda. It was wonderful. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you in the future.
Bye.
Bye.